Yeah, it's 11 a.m. We begin 7 News at 11 with some breaking news. Two CDOT workers injured when an avalanche control shell exploded. This happening on Loveland Pass. You see there on the map at daybreak today. The work was happening at about the Seven Sisters area. That's right near the Loveland Valley parking lot, which we have a picture of right here. You can see some people getting ready to ski Loveland there this morning on a sunny, a little breezy day up there. This is area known for some steep areas filled with snow and ice, some chasms there. Right now, Loveland Pass is closed to cars where we would drive over instead of going through the tunnels. Loveland Basin part of that is closed to skiers. You can see skiers are enjoying other areas of the Loveland Ski Resort. Now, the workers that were injured in that blast, as they were, again, trying to control some avalanches, were flown to St. Anthony Hospital in Lakewood. We've got a crew there at the hospital trying to update the situation on the workers' conditions. And we've also been talking with CDOT this morning to get the very latest on when this area might be opened back up and what happened exactly. And we'll be piecing this all together on our live broadcasts here with our reporters in a few minutes. We'll have more on that coming up. Right now, though, we want to also check in with the avalanche situation throughout our state. As you know, you can always check the avalanche mitigation and the situation, how the state ranks, whether it's high or very high. You can do that on our 7 News app. It's free to download. You can use that for your iPad, your iPhone, or your Android device. Now, let's go to Russell Haythorne. He is now ready for us on a live report from the hospital where those workers were taken this morning. Russell, what's the condition? Do we know at all?
Yeah, Mitch, the two workers, as you mentioned, were transported here to St. Anthony's Hospital in Lakewood. The CDOT worker is described as being in serious condition, and the Colorado Avalanche Information Center worker is in fair condition. Both have shrapnel-type injuries to their upper bodies. Essentially, CDOT says they were loading an explosives round into what's called an avalancher, and instead of firing the shell at the snow, the shell exploded inside the tube of the device. I believe we have some video to show you, some file footage of avalanche mitigation work. This type of work has been extensive this winter because of the amount of snow we've had. There were 3 workers using the launcher this morning, which is mounted to a pickup truck. The work was happening on Seven Sisters on Loveland Pass. It is still unclear at this point whether this was some sort of operator error or whether the avalancher malfunctioned. CDOT says this is the first serious situation with one of these devices that they've ever had. It was the 18th shot of the day that went awry this morning. The 2 workers were conscious and talking as they were transported by ground down the mountain here to St. Anthony's. Apparently the weather was too bad this morning to have them airlifted, so they were transported by ground. Again, 2 workers injured this morning during avalanche mitigation work on Seven Sisters on Loveland Pass. One of them is in serious condition, one of them is in fair condition here at St. Anthony's, and we're told that their families are by their sides at this point. That's the very latest from St. Anthony's Hospital. I'm Russell Haythorne. We'll toss it back to you guys.
All right, Russell, thank you. So now you have the very latest from the hospital there and how the workers are faring today. We'll follow the story certainly throughout the day. You can always find an update on the denverchannel.com, also our 7 News app. Just last month, we should point out, CDOT told us that this was the most avalanche mitigation work they have done since the season back in 1987.